Hello everybody, welcome to another video. I have a feeling that this is going to be the first clip of the next vlog. I'm still currently in the process of editing the other vlog. Wow, it's about almost an hour long. The editing is just taking up a little bit more time than I thought it would, so I'm gonna go ahead and start recording this. It is Tuesday of the week. Basically what this video is going to probably be focusing on is prepping for the 2 stores that are opening up at the end of the month, alongside continuing to do things for my 2 current stores. The yarn room is looking a lot cleaner than it has. Oh my gosh, my chair is so squeaky, you guys. But the yarn room is looking a lot cleaner than normal. It's typically the case after the market. It gets clean, I keep it good for a little bit, and then once I start getting stressed, the yarn room crumbles very quickly. My pour boxes are looking so depleted right now. I came home from the market with, of course, 2 boxes being empty. This used to be full, that used to be full, that used to be full. Oh my gosh, all my hard work gone. Basically the reason for that is, of course, just having to go through and separate things for stores. I dropped off items at one store after the market, and then I have to actually go back there tomorrow with 10 more items, which should get me pretty caught up over there, I'm hoping. But I took a lot of stock from that, and then I have also been making a lot of things. I'm hurting so bad today. I've been hurting so bad recently. My shoulders, like my back, my muscles just hurt really bad today. Not necessarily my fingers, but like my back really hurts. But with that being said, I am, at least the past 3 days, I have been crocheting about over 10 items a day, which is a lot. Typically hit about 5 items. Granted, these have all been small items, but still, I've definitely been pushing myself, and I'm just hurting. I'm feeling really old. Sacrifices must be made to get things done. I've been able to finish up actually a decent start to this store. My plan is to bring key items first, and then depending on how everything goes, if they want more of certain items, then I can bring more of certain items, and then also I can add things so easily. I pretty much for most of these stores do what I would consider my small items. First of all, just because the commission, once it's added onto my base price, isn't as bad as like a $35 item. Like, I think a $35 item, when I have a 15% commission, usually I have to go to like 40 something. So that's something I just like want to factor in and make certain that people can have really affordable items still. So I'm focusing a lot more on my smaller items. Planning on bringing like my whales, manatees, sharks, axolotls, possums, mallards, chicken, roosters, mushroom, tigers, elephant, stingrays, squid in 2 colors, the little baby aliens, and then hippos. I think I have a decent amount of variety to start, and then depending on how things sell, or if there's particular items they want that I can possibly make, then I will alter things from there. But I'm not certain I'm gonna be able to do a what I crocheted in a week video this week, because I have my very lone mushroom that's going to the market box, but I have been essentially putting everything in these boxes. So let me show you guys. This is the bag of plushies that are going to the store tomorrow, and it's essentially like chicks, mallards, penguin, possums, turtles, all that stuff. These are the 2 store boxes that I have begun. This box has less than this box because there's certain items where I have like 2 that I could put in here and 1 in here, so I'm working through that. Like this box has 2 tigers, 1 tiger, that type of stuff. But this is what the boxes are looking like right now. I just am starting off easy. I kind of told the people that that was my intention. It was to bring them certain items, and then as I get settled in and have a little bit more time, then I'll look at possibly bringing different items or more stock. I gave the option of either bringing like 6 different patterns, so say like possum, chick, mallard, rooster, tiger, elephant, and bringing like a lot of stock in terms of like maybe more like 5 to 10 of each item, or I gave the option of bringing less stock and doing like 2 to 3 per item, and then depending on if they sell or not, upping it. So that's kind of my plan, is to to just bring like a little bit less stock. Then we'll see. Pretty much only thing I have to do is I have to make one more elephant and I think possums and axolotls, and I'll be done. Then I'll have to start remaking everything for the markets, and then of course as things sell at stores and I take things from my market, like it just always happens. It's kind of sad. I'm trying to tell myself not to get too sad because of the fact that like my numbers for my market are so low. I pretty much have 0 of every single item I'm taking to the stores because essentially I just had to restock 3 stores, so like I just like grabbed everything from my market thing. So I have a lot to crochet for my upcoming market, but I will say I definitely am happy that I did the changes that I wanted to do in terms of canceling my next 2 markets. I was technically waitlisted for one, but I'm gonna confirm to get canceled for that one. And then I dropped out of the second one. I had a feeling that I was like already kind of skeptical. Once the 2 store situation came around, it just kind of confirmed to me that I was not gonna do those markets. So I'm very happy at least that I do have like probably the most time I've had to prep for a market since, you know, like January and February. So technically I've got like 40 something days to prep for the market. So I'm not really that worried, but at the same time I'm like going from nothing and then building back up, and then I never know how these stores are gonna go. Like I don't know what's gonna sell, any of that type of stuff, but I have electively made the decision to not bring flowers to the store. I bring flowers to the one store, but I'm not gonna do it to this one unless there's like a certain holiday, like maybe like Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. But in terms of just like bringing flowers, I don't think I'm gonna do that because my flower stock didn't get depleted that much. Like I probably would make a few more roses and carnations, lavender, just like a few more, but I don't really need to make like a ton more. Flowers are just like an extra thing, and they are a little bit more complicated than amigurumi because of the assembling. So I definitely want to reserve that for markets mainly, and just in general, a lot of patterns I am reserving for markets. Like for me, stores are your base items. Just like anybody can come in, good neutral items to buy. My markets are where I do maybe some of my more unique items. I have more variety, all that type of stuff. I've got all this situated basically for the rest of the night. I think it's gonna be like close to 8:30. I have one more elephant that I'm planning on making, and then honestly I probably will not continue to crochet after that because I just hurt so bad, and I probably will focus on editing the video that I need to get out. It's just I did not expect it to be an hour long. So everyone, I've been asked before about tags, and this is basically how I tag all of my items for my stores. It was not my intention at all to be using old business cards, but basically I changed my website. I had about 500 business cards that I could still use, and so I ended up deciding to use those for the stores because essentially I could put a barcode over the website and it not be a big deal. So when it's time to go to stores, this is another factor that I have to kind of consider, is basically making the tags, because I cut them around the corners and then do the little hole for the yarn, and then of course actually tagging all of the items myself. So when they go to the store managers just have to basically put the barcode on the item and then put it out on the shelf. I did just recently order new store tags that have some modifications on the back to fit the stores and have the care instructions actually on the tags opposed to a separate piece of paper. My plan is to basically use up all these old business cards and then I'll switch over to the new ones because I don't have to cut them or do anything crazy. But let's get back to the vlog. I just finished up tagging the items, which of course you guys saw. I'm trying to keep this table over here maybe a little bit more reserved for like tagging and cutting the tags or my business cards that I have left over that I just like did not want to throw away because I did not want to waste like $300 worth of business cards. Everything's all tagged. I pretty much think I'm gonna plan on getting something to eat. I have this bag, but I just physically can't use this bag because it's Christmas bag and I don't even want to think about Christmas. So I'm probably gonna go downstairs to get my Halloween bag because that bag just like, it's a cat bag. It's my signature bag. Even if someone doesn't know me, if they see me walk into a store with the Halloween cat bag, they know it's me. It's Traveling Pony Studios. So I think I'm gonna go downstairs, get lunch really quickly, grab the bag, and then I'll probably come up here, throw these guys in the bag, run to the store, and just drop everything off. It shouldn't take me that long, honestly. But I'll show you guys. Yesterday I was able to finish up the elephants. So I got the last tiger that I needed to do for the store over there. So I got him done. I got the 3 elephants done because I had 1 left over. 1 purple axolotl is all I needed. And then I got 2 of these blue and green ones. I have more to do, like 2 more. I have half of 1 done, and then 2 pink ones, and I'll be good for axolotls. And then honestly, I think after that, the only thing I have to make is like 1 little baby alien, and then 6 possums. And I think that's what I'm gonna send to start with this store. See how that goes and then go from there. But I could start to think about like everything that I need to restock for the market, and then in just general, what to have in stock for the stores. That's always the key thing, is like, first off, I'm like putting out a lot to get the store stocked, but then after that, it's like making certain that you do have at least some stock always of items you send to stores in case they text you and say something's run out. Because sometimes people want it like right away. Some people are fine waiting a couple days. It just honestly depends on the store. So I always like to try and have the items that I send there in stock. So I'll probably do a lot of these small items first and like restock them for the market, and then I can easily grab them and then just remake them. That's kind of my plan. Granted, I have to just think, since supposedly this October market is a really big market, I've never done it before. I've just heard really good things about it, but I'm trying to think, like, I usually always try and have 4 of each item. I feel like the safe thing might be to bump that up to 6 to take to the market. I don't know. I mean, I always assume there's going to be another crochet person there. It's kind of like, I'm assuming I'm not going to be the only ones. Just a question of demand. Now, I do know this market was really difficult to get into. I had some friends who applied and didn't get in, which was honestly very shocking because their crochet work was really good. So I think this market might be more like regulated in terms of how many vendors there are per category. It would be so nice to go to a market and like not be the 5th crochet person. Like 1 or 2 other people, totally chill. Once we start hitting that like 4 or 5 number, I just start to go, okay, that's whatever. I'm gonna go eat lunch, and I finished editing the video this morning, so very excited about that. But I'm gonna go eat lunch, go run these guys over, and then pretty much the rest of the day will be axolotls because I'm not riding, and then start probably working on the possums, and then I'll be done. And then I've got so much other things to think about. Hello everybody, it is a little bit later in the week. It is Saturday, so it is now the 24th of August, and I wanted to come on here and show you guys some more things I've done and all of that fun stuff. Pretty much for the most part, I've gotten everything done for the store except possums, which I think I talked about earlier in this video. It's like, oh, I need to just get the possums done. I still haven't gotten the possums done. Granted, I have 6 days to get 6 possums done. The urgency just isn't there right now, but for the most part, everything for the stores is pretty much together. I'm still undecided if I'm doing like turtles, whatnot, but I have enough stuff to kind of get, I think, started, if that makes sense, and then expand as I go and whatnot. But yeah, I think for the most part I've got the base stuff, and then I'll decide. I might throw in a couple turtles just to do them, but you never know. Today I've been working on getting the mini tigers. I told myself I wasn't gonna do like market prep until I got everything done with the store, but here I am starting market prep just because like couldn't not. So I'm just doing small things first, like the whales, squids, the little baby aliens, tigers, turtles, all that type stuff. And then, because I know like those are items that I stock at stores, so they're probably not gonna stay, but I can have at least some back stock on them. And then I've got like a few single items that I need to remake. Like I've got to make 1 capybara, 1 purple penguin, got just a few random things like that are just like 1 item. So I'll probably hit those and just like get them done, because those are also items that aren't at stores. So it's kind of like, if I get it done, I just won't touch it till the market unless I sell it online. But I'll show you what's on the table right now. So this is my mother's side of the world. I sit over there typically, but she's not here right now because we are getting a new puppy and she's picking it up. So this is pretty much everything that I've also started crocheting. So we've got the last 2 blue squids. There's 2 of these dark blue whales. There's one already over there. I need to just make the last one. 2 light blue whales, same thing. The last 2 are over there. 4 aliens for the market box. 5 tigers right now. I have 1 more tiger to make. I'm gonna do that after I finish recording. And then 3 purple turtles because I had 1 left over from the market that was baby safe. So I'll do 2 safety eyes, 1 baby safe. So my plan is to finish up this last tiger and then I'll decide what I'm gonna do next. I might do something that, like I said, only has like so many, like there's 1 squid color I sold out of that I don't carry at stores, so I might just go ahead and knock that one out. And then I might do some of the loaf cats, or I was gonna bring baby cats to the store, so I might have to do a few of those, like just small things. But then at the same time, I just might go ahead and make the possums. I just didn't want to bring all of the yarn down to do the possums because it's 4 separate skeins, you know, pink, white, gray, black. And I'm so bad about remembering to bring yarn up from downstairs. So I usually try and only bring like a single color or 2 and not have like 4 because it just gets chaotic because that's a living area, you know. I shouldn't technically have all my mess there. So I might just go ahead and start doing that. I'm not doing a crochet with you video this week, of course. You guys won't see it because this is coming out after. Everything I've crocheted has been going in those boxes, so it's like I don't really have anything except what's over there, which is now only like 5 items. But then everything else I've done has, you know, already gone off the store, so I was like, well, I'm not gonna do a crochet with me. But I do have the market overview video coming out today. I finished editing that 2 days ago, I think, and then I'm working on editing this vlog as I'm recording it to hopefully make life like a smidgy little bit easier for me, but we'll see. I actually was going to go to stores in person today and look at setups for the store that I'm moving into next week, but I don't know, I kept looking online and like everything that I kind of like liked wasn't in stock, so I was gonna have to order it, but then like by the time I ordered it, it was going to be coming past the date that I need to move into the stores. So then I ended up just doing the old-fashioned looking up on Amazon, and there's quite a few options on Amazon that could get here like literally within 2 days. So I'm honestly just probably gonna buy something off Amazon and then get it like set up here, assemble it, and then when I take it to the store, then I'll just be like bringing it in, putting the items, all of that stuff, because originally my plan for next week was I have a new boarder moving in. Originally the plan was for them to move into the 29th, and then I would go set up stores the 30th and the 31st. One store is about 25 minutes from me, maybe 30, maybe, I don't know, but I feel like 25 is pretty much on par. And then the second store is about 15 minutes away from me. So I was trying to set it up where like the horse would move in, I'd be there all day, I would be around, and then I would do the stores the next 2 days. But the horse is gonna be moving into the 20th or the 30th now, so that's the day I'm supposed to move into the closer of the 2 stores. So I'm just gonna have to try and figure out like timing and all that fun stuff just because I don't know when the horse is coming. I need to go set up the store that day. It's gonna be just a little bit hectic, but I will at least try and record a little bit so you guys can come along to a certain degree. It's just gonna be really crazy next week just for figuring that all out. So I'm actually waiting for my mother to get home because I wanna make certain that the shelves I buy are the correct ones for her standard too, because I'm kind of the person that just like gets whatever and doesn't really think much about it. She's much more like, let's be practical. So I'm waiting for her to get back before I order them. And then like I said, I'm pretty much thinking I'm gonna hit this last tiger and then I'll be done for the tigers right now. And then probably move on to something else that's kind of like small. I've just been like cranking out small stuff right now to just get it done. That's my thing, like I want it out. And like I said, small things are in the store, so it's like, okay, not bad to have some stock built up, so if the other 2 stores text me and need something, then I'm not feeling like super stressed. Well, everyone, it is now Sunday, so, oh gosh, the 25th, and I wanted to come on here and show you guys the progress and everything that I've done. I think today I crocheted about 13, 14 items, sounds right to me. Basically, I've got everything, well, I say everything, but it might not be everything for the stores. I got all the possums that I needed to get done. Just a few more for the market. The like cabinet display thing that I'm gonna be using is supposed to come in tomorrow. So a lot of it's just gonna depend like once it gets in and I set it up, like, do I need to add more items? Do I need to not add more items? I think that's gonna be one of the big things. Like if I end up bringing more to begin with, it's just like how it looks. Cause I ended up buying them off Amazon. It was just cheaper. It was like 2-day prime shipping and they had a lot more options than like me going in person to a store. So just decided, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it this way. So basically, yep, these two pretty much good to go, unless something changes. And then as for what I kind of did today, I'll give you guys an update. This is what the box is looking like for basically some of the stuff that I'll have like in the crochet with me video next week, if they don't, you know, disappear by then. But this is basically just restocking some of the market things. Say market things, I honestly probably will not tag them, just given the fact that most of these items are in a store. So I have a feeling that they probably won't be here by the time October 5th runs around. I'll probably end up, you know, having to like remake things. So I don't really want to go through the process of like re-tagging for it just to go to a store and then me having to take tags off. But I like my 2 blue squids, light blue, of course, 4 purple whales, 4 of the little mushroom guys per the norm, 4 blue whales, 4 light blue. So I only have to make the pink version. But my pink Sweet Snuggles light has been like very questionable, but I got 12 skeins of it. Just very rough and like stiff. So I only work with that yarn if I kind of like feel all right with my hands. So cause it hurts a lot to work with that, but I got 12 skeins of it. So I'm like, well, I gotta survive this. As for what the table's looking like, we still got 3 little baby aliens, 6 tigers, 3 turtles, and then I think tonight alongside I have some possums that are already like in the boxes. I think there's like 2 or 3 already over there. Then as for what I also got done today, I got 2, 4, 6, 7. So I think I got like 9 or 10 possums done this afternoon. Then the 4 little mushy guys this morning, like the extra polyfill. But as I said before, all in all, this week was just more of a like restocking week and working on getting the numbers a little bit better for the stores, of course. This upcoming week though, I'm gonna make certain to vlog it too, is when I'll actually be moving into the 2 new stores. I think I mentioned this, I'll probably be like the 30th and the 31st, and I have a new horse I think coming in on the 30th. So that day is gonna be very long and very stressful. I don't see how I'll be crocheting much at all, just given the timing. Besides that, I mean, my main plan is just, like I said, continue to work through the list that I have. Most of these items that I'm making right now, I don't foresee myself having them left over. Like, I'm definitely gonna have to make more of it before the next market, but I'm trying to just have like enough stock in the boxes, so if I have to go run things to a store, I'm not necessarily having to remake everything at one go. I do need to run to another store probably sometime this week and drop some things off. It's a store that I've been having just a little bit of problems with the theft. They were supposed to contact me about new tags for the items, like security tags. I've not heard anything. So I probably will be going out sometime this week. I've got some new items that need to be added in that have actually sold, thankfully. And so I'm kind of like skeptical. I don't really want to put new things in if I can't do the safety or security tags. So I'm thinking maybe I'll go over there Tuesday. I've already sent 1 email, so I'm like, okay, maybe if I email tomorrow, with it being like beginning of the week, not the weekend, maybe I'll get a response. But besides that, I mean, I guess probably beginning of this week I'll also reach out to the other store and just see like if they need anything. I had left them with like, I think pretty much everything, and I had left them with 2 of everything. I feel like they should be decent, but if I don't text them, I think we all get busy and it's very easy to forget. So I'll text them at some point this week and just give a little hello, especially since, of course, like I said, I'm assuming that later in the week with these 2 stores, I'm just gonna be like so stressed out the wahoo that I'm not gonna even be thinking about anything else really. But that's pretty much everything I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this different type of vlogging style. I'd love to hear if you guys are enjoying it more than just like me setting up the camera and just talking to it the whole time. I mean, I know I'm essentially talking to the camera still, guys, but it feels like more personal, I guess, if that makes sense. But you just have to see me more up close, so maybe that's not a benefit. But that's pretty much everything I've got. As for next week, there will be a crochet with me video at some point, and there'll be another one of these vlogs and what I crocheted in a week, and then I'm thinking there could be one more, but the next vlog will definitely be covering just like more so the actual week, so starting tomorrow, leading up to the store opening, the displays that I'm going to be using, and a lot of other fun things. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to stick around. But I think that's pretty much everything for you guys this week. So I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!